I just got home from seeing Iron Lung and, well, wow. Just, wow. Hey, what's up everyone? Chris from Cinema Hooked, and I just got home from Iron Lung, which is a new movie created by Mark Plyer, who is a YouTube creator, which I think it's really cool whenever a guy that's predominantly known for being just a YouTube creator has $3 million was the budget, but that's big to me as someone who makes no money off YouTube. Putting your own $3 million towards making your own movie, which was based off a video game by David Szymanski, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that name, but I asked my Czech wife how she would pronounce it. She said it sounds Polish, and that's how she would say it, so Szymanski, that's what I'm going with. But it was based off of a game, and I just have so much respect for anyone, especially like someone who comes from a YouTube background, gets their shot at like having a movie that they made put in theaters. Like that's just awesome. Now there's a synopsis on IMDb, but if I had to rewrite that synopsis, the synopsis would just be blood. And speaking of blood, you might notice that there's a little bit of blood on my lip. No, that is not for show. I was getting ready to come into my office to record this video, and my dog decided to jump up on me and she just clawed my face. So you might see a little bit of blood running throughout this video, to which I will simply wipe it away, just like the character did in the movie. It's like my dog wanted this movie review to be just a little more submersive. For context, I thought I would just quickly read what the synopsis says on IMDb, because I read the synopsis and that's kind of what made me want to go see this movie. I didn't see a trailer. I never saw a trailer for this film, but I read the synopsis. I was like, you know what? That sounds interesting. So here you go. In a post-apocalyptic future after the Quiet Rapture event, a convict explores a blood ocean on a desolate moon using a submarine called the Iron Lung to search for missing planets and stars. Now, in theory, that sounds interesting. That does sound very interesting. So I was like, and I saw an image on IMDb, and I thought, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give this a shot, because why not? Now, I don't like to put too much into Rotten Tomatoes, but Rotten Tomatoes currently has the critic score at 44% rotten, but it has an audience score of 89%. So that's awesome. And I'm sure with the millions of subscribers that Mark Plyer has, I'm sure a lot of his fans went and they supported this film. And regardless of whether or not they legitimately liked it or not, they were going to say they liked it because they support this guy, and that's awesome to have that kind of backing from your fans. Now, critics though, and I'm no critic, I'm just a dude with a YouTube channel who likes reviewing movies. 44% seems harsh, because given everything, the low budget, him starring in his own film, I thought it was good in the sense that I appreciated what they were trying to do. Now, was this movie for me? No, this movie was absolutely not for me. I am a horror fan, but I wouldn't even consider this horror, nor would I consider it sci-fi. The synopsis on IMDb, the little tags that they use to describe this film, I just don't see it. I don't think that appropriately reflects what this movie was. Like I said, if I had to rewrite the synopsis, it would just be blood, because there's just blood everywhere, all over this movie. Not on a disgusting level, I wasn't like gagging or anything like that, because IMDb even said body horror, which, yeah, I guess it kind of had elements of body horror. Probably not the body horror that you'd think if you've seen other body horror films, but I guess it had a little element of that. It was just kind of this isolation, like claustrophobic kind of movie. I'm not typically a fan of films or an episode of a TV show where it's just one location the whole time. The movie that always comes to mind first is Colin Farrell's Phone Booth, which is entertaining, but also how exciting can a movie be when you're just in a phone booth for an hour and a half to 2 hours? I will say I enjoyed myself, even if I'm not going to walk away and say like I love the film, like, oh my God, everybody has to go see this movie. I'm not going to bash it either. I was entertained enough, and I think most of it was me holding on for a little more explanation and a little bit more behind the story. Like, what's the resolution going to be? What are they going to do with the thing? And I'm diving into full spoilers now. So if you want to know my recommendation, whether or not you should see it or don't see it, do you need to see it in theaters? No. I don't think this is a movie like you got to rush to your cinema to go see it. Unless you're just really curious, or you know who Mark Plyer is, you want to go support him, like that's awesome. Good on you. But if you were just curious about it, I would say just wait for streaming, check it out then. I saw it on a matinee. It was $9, you know. Sure, I could be $9 richer if I hadn't seen it, but I want to see it. I like to give all new movies a try, and I enjoyed it just in the sense that I sat through the whole thing, but there were multiple couples that got up in the second half of the film. They just left because that's how fed up they were with the movie. Like I said before, this movie wasn't really for me, and it clearly wasn't for those people, but I'm here to review movies. I'm never going to walk out of a film. I don't care how bad it is. Even at home, I watched War of the Worlds, and wow, you check out the review there, but I sat through that whole film just to review it. Even if it's a terrible movie, I'm going to review it. And this movie wasn't terrible. It just didn't give me all the things that I wanted because it was creepy. And I'm not saying it's exactly like or even similar to the film Event Horizon, but for some reason, it was giving me those vibes. It was reminding me of Event Horizon. Like there were elements. I don't know if it was like the demonic voices, some of the visuals. I was getting like, it seemed like he was in hell. And I didn't play the game, so I'm sure some people might be in the comments like, you're an idiot, you should have played the game. You don't know what this is about. Like, no, I don't. I went into the movie. The movie doesn't really do a great explanation of saying what happened. There was the quiet rapture. You know, okay, what was that? This last tree of Eden. Stars disappeared. We're on a desolate moon. Like, where's the moon? What moon? Like, can we see the moon? Can we see anything outside this submarine? And the one time we do, just an ocean of blood, and then that big skull thing that looked like a freaking Cthulhu, freaking like submerges back into the blood ocean. Like, what the hell am I watching? I don't know what I'm watching. There was something in the film though that kind of kept me distracted throughout the whole film because I couldn't see past it. Now I'm like I said before, I'm unfamiliar with Mark Plyer, so I didn't know who he was, didn't know what he looked like, didn't know what he sounds like. So this was my first experience seeing him, but with the longer hair and stuff, I was just getting John Wick vibes the whole time. And with him yelling at I think her name was Ava chick over the comms, like he was just giving John Wick. And it just kept reminding me of that scene where it's like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Like just the way he kept, it just was giving me straight up Keanu, John Wick vibes. There was even a line that was in the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves where he says this.
Fuck me.
And in my head, I couldn't help but chuckle because I thought I was like, okay, full Keanu. Like maybe he was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw in a Keanu reference right here. Those are just like kind of some of my quick thoughts on the movie. Like, yes, I enjoyed myself. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it either. If I had to, you know, give it my 1 to 10 score, honestly, you know, and it might sound brutal, but I'm giving it a 5. It didn't give me enough. I wanted more. I wanted to know more about what the hell was going on. Like what was the outcome? Okay, we spent 2 hours in this submarine. He's trying to salvage this black box from this other submarine that had gone looking for answers to the questions that they had about the stars that had disappeared, and the black box he attaches to a life preserver vest and it floats up to the surface and they get it, and then boom, credits. I'm like, okay. Do we get any answers? Because I doubt this is going to get a sequel. Do I have to play the game to understand what the hell I just watched? Like, you spend 2 hours watching this mission. I got to get this done. You got to save humanity. You got to do this thing. Okay, so what's the outcome? No answers? Nothing. No post-credit scene? Nothing? No? Got it. Okay. Did you play the game? Did you watch the movie already? I'd love to know what you guys thought down in the comments. Like I said, I'm not being brutal. I'm not going to kill it. Honestly, I don't love it, obviously. But, you know, I was entertained. 5 out of 10, you know? Watchable movie. I had my Reese's Pieces. I had my popcorn and my soda. I enjoyed myself at my matinee showing. But I'd love to know what you guys thought. If you did see it, if you did play the game, if you've got some of the answers that I'm looking for, let me know down in the comments. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, I'd love it if you click the button down there, hit the little like button like the sign there says, and like always, let's keep the conversation going after the video ends, and I'll see you guys in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.